Hi everyone, it's Sheri. Today's episodes are going to be a little different because I want to share something personal. I've never had children, and I thought maybe it's time to talk about it. And the truth is, life doesn't always go the way we pictured it when we're young. For example, when I was younger, honestly, I didn't have that desire to get married and have kids. My dream was to go work in music, radio, take care of animals. That was my passion. That's what I would dream about. I wasn't like most young girls who would sit there and sit there and plan out, their dream wedding with Donny Osmond or something like that. It wasn't me. I was like, I wanted to be the person that produced Donny Osmond. I wanted to be the one that wrote his music. That's what I dreamed about. So it wasn't a traditional family life that I always looked forward to. But life, they have other plans. And we all know that sometimes it's not one big decision that changes everything. It's 100 little decisions, relationships that don't work out, jobs, responsibility, family situations, timing. And before you know it, your life looks very different than the one you imagined. Now, for me, one of the biggest challenges in my life that I had no plans for was taking care of my mom during her Alzheimer's. When I was younger, I figured my mom was going to live like my grandpa or whatever, to be in her 90s, and eventually we don't live forever, and your body starts to break down. I thought that was going to be my mom. Alzheimer's was never on the bingo card. And if you watch this channel for a while, or you've been listening to the podcast, you know how much that experience changed me. Those years weren't easy, but they also taught me what love really is like. Would my life have been different if I had children? Of course. Do I wonder what it would have been like sometimes? Absolutely. I think most of us wonder about the roads we didn't take, and I wonder what kind of mom I would have been. I wonder if I would have had grandchildren running around today. I wonder what the holidays would have looked like. And obviously those thoughts are normal. But this is what I've learned. You can't spend your life wondering about the life you didn't have. You have to learn to appreciate the life you do have. Today, my family means everything to me. I get to spend time with my brother Randy. I live with him, and my brother Ted, and my sister-in-law Connie. I spend more time with my sisters than I did before my mom passed. And I get to be a great aunt. A great aunt. Not just an aunt, but a great aunt. I am a great aunt, but I am now actually a great aunt. Does that make sense? I get to enjoy all the little meaningful moments I get to spend with my nieces and my nephews, and my great nieces and my great nephews, and with my family. And I've discovered a love for hummingbirds. I mean, I love hummingbirds. They're great. I mean, they actually sit out and wait for me to feed them. On every other day I feed them, and they're like, "Ooh, we're waiting for fresh nectar." It's great. It's fun. I still dream about music. I started this YouTube channel, and I have this podcast that I started later in life. I started in 2019, and both have become something that I never expected. It's introduced me to you, and honestly, it's been one of the greatest surprises. I didn't expect to build this kind of community online. I didn't expect strangers to become people I genuinely care about. And when I read your comments, I don't see usernames. I see people navigating retirement and grief and health challenges, caregiving, and all the unexpected twists that come with getting older. And in a way, we've become this great little community that I just love. Now, listen, it doesn't mean that we don't have our days. There are moments when I think about getting older, and I think about who's going to be around. And that worries me, and it scares me, and I don't want nobody to die, and I know that's not realistic. And I think what the future might look like, and those thoughts are real. But then I remind myself of something: having children doesn't guarantee that life will be easy. Just like not having children doesn't mean that your life can't be full. Every path comes with its own joys. Every path comes with its own challenges. I've learned that purpose isn't something we're given, it's something we create. Maybe your purpose is raising children. Maybe it's being a caregiver. Maybe it's mentoring someone. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's creating art, writing a book, helping your neighbors, or simply just making someone smile. My life has taught me everything and nothing, if that makes sense. It's taught me this. Your life can end up living like this beautiful life that you imagined, even if it doesn't look like the one that you planned. I'm grateful for the family I have. I'm grateful for the experiences I've had. And I've had a lot of great experiences. I'm so grateful for the time caring for my mom. Learned so much. I'm grateful for that. And at this stage of my life, I still get to try new things. And that's awesome. It's a purpose. So today, I love to hear your story. Maybe you have children. Maybe you don't. Maybe life turned out exactly as you planned. Or maybe it surprised you in ways you never expected. Because one thing I've learned, it's none of us are walking this journey alone. There's someone I know out there who chose not to have children like I did. And I know there's people out there that are thinking, now what? Should I've had children? And I'll be honest with you, there was a point in my life where I thought I really wanted to have a kid. I didn't think that I would have it with somebody. I thought, well, I'm going to go, get inseminated or some crap like that. I went through a lot at that point. And this was like in the 80s, and I thought if I was going to have kids, I need to do it now. But that thought kind of went away pretty quick because honestly, I've always thought to have kids means you have to give up your own life to an extent. And I guess I just wasn't willing to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I always felt that if you have children, you got to give them 100% of your life. That's what I've always thought. And I felt that if I couldn't do that, then I didn't want to have kids. So yeah, so it's been the life. Is it what I've been planning? No. Is it changed? Yes, it has. But let me tell you, I wouldn't have changed it at all. So thank you for listening today. I hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great weekend. And as always, remember to embrace your voice. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. If this felt like your kind of conversation, go ahead and subscribe and follow. We'd love to have you back.